This best ball and best bets edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Best Ball Mania is live with 15 million in prizes. Sign up with SGPN to claim your special pick and first time deposit offer up to $250 in bonus cash. UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code SGPN.
What's up, guys? This is Carson Steele. You're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, second the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog. The NBA's wild, huh? You got this conference where the home teams just win, then you got this conference where the home teams don't win, and it's supposed to be
sense of it.
And it's supposed to be a really good. Oh, what did I do? It's supposed to be a really good conference. NBA is confusing this year.
Doing all right.
What'd you say?
Doing all right. A nice little run here, Ryan.
Except for our theories about the Joker and his horse racing.
Yes,
we've been pretty good on horse racing based handicaps.
And Ryan, I mean, this is going to get wild because we have the Belmont coming up.
Preakness.
Preakness. Belmont is the last stake, and
which the Belmont's not at the Belmont this year, so it's a little confusing. It's like Thursday night football on Saturday.
So wait. I thought Belmont's this week.
Preakness is this week.
You sure?
No. I mean, both of our horse racing people agreed with me. So either they're too kind to say. Usually the Belmont's the third race. This year it's at Saratoga because the Belmont's under construction or something. And the Preakness is the second race.
Okay. Yes, you're right.
You know, Ball. You're a horse race. Get your glasses. You don't have your horse racing glasses.
No, right. I'm not obsessed with digital horse racing like you are.
Oh, whoa.
But
throwing the obsessed word around.
Shout out to Naira Bets. Bet the second jewel of the Triple Crown with Naira Bets. Sign up today for $200 deposit bonus. Promo code SGPN200. You can claim the $200 bonus just in time for the Preakness. nyrabets.com/SGPN200. We have a Preakness episode coming up, but make sure you get in. And then a bunch of other bonuses you can qualify for. Opt in to all the bonuses at nyrabets.com. That's nyrabets.com. Promo code SGPN200/SGPN200 over at Naira Bets. Right. I saw my Kentucky Derby bonus is already in there. I'm excited. There's nothing like betting with someone else's money, right? It truly is. It's an amazing experience.
It's liberating in so many ways.
The free. I know they create these things to get you in, and I love it. I'm in because when I logged into my Naira Bets account and I saw that there was $200, the bonus is in there from the Kentucky Derby. I already feel like I won, Ryan. It's a great feeling. So
you did win.
Yes, nyrabets.com/SGPN200, and yeah, I did win a little bit on some of the stuff we had. Didn't quite destroy the Kentucky Derby, but that is what the Preakness is for.
Yeah. So when I was coaching youth soccer, I would have a clipboard and I would just make either a tick mark or a check mark to turn good play, bad play kind of metrics. And if I'm judging Naira at this point, I'm giving it a good check right
now. Nice.
That's a good check for after the game when I'm tallying up. You're in the black right now.
Yeah, some guys are grinding game film. Kramer is doing deep dives on the online horse wagering.
Well, I mean, again, you keep coming back to the digital ponies.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because you're clearly like you've become aware of your obsession, but don't want to.
Look, we're closing in on securing a special interview related to digital ponies and real ponies. Oh my God. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of webs that may overlap here. The Circa may pop their heads up here. Okay. I don't know. Digital ponies may overrule the real ponies. Sean, you know this. People don't like when the real ponies get killed. You know what they don't do in digital pony land? No ponies get killed.
Oh, great.
Just digital
Great
ponies.
Angle, Ryan.
Thanks.
Great angle. Hey, Well, Ryan, you said we had to talk about your afternoon. What did you get into? First off, happy Mother's Day. Congrats.
Thank you to those who celebrate. No, there was also a birthday party involved.
Oh, happy birthday.
Daughter birthday party. She's got a busy sports schedule, so we had to double dip on Mother's Day.
Okay.
which was pretty wild in itself. And so we're one of the activities is we're doing some laser tag. And the place is just big enough for there to be two parties going on at the same time. And so, of course, we're going to go toe to toe with these people. Immediately, I am up. They see there's not a lot of athletic ability, current or potential. And we get in there, and the first game, we beat them so poorly. You could tell they didn't want to play anymore.
You humbled another family in laser tag.
It was a strange. I mean, it's always fun to dominate someone, but when the kids are noticing, like I felt bad for them.
Is there a mercy rule in laser tag?
There should have been. I think whatever the scoring mechanism is, we beat them by like 5x. So I don't know what that means in the world of laser tag. No, but the worst. It seemed to leave the arena.
Oh, there's some chippiness outside.
You know, I'm sitting there. I'm playing a little Papa shot. Next thing I know, I get a bump from the dad. You know, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." I could tell it was related to us dominating in laser.
Now,
tag.
are they like David Buster's? Do they allow gambling, Ryan?
They didn't say it.
What was your family? Were they like minus 300 favorites? What are we talking
in the second match?
Yeah.
Oh my God. It's
off the board.
The staff.
It's like Caleb Williams.
The staff changed the color. And then they changed like the team color, and then at the end we get to the end and they show the screen to see who won, and like congratulations red team, and everyone was kind of like on my team was sad because we were the green team the first time. We had forgotten we were the red team. They tried to psychologically switch it to make them feel good for a moment, but we beat them even worse in the second game. I don't know. Not often do I feel like, you know,
I just love the flex.
Well,
it's great.
If this was 2,000 years ago, we would have just upgraded our cave and had a whole bunch of meat for the win.
Yeah, you just had a village. You just took over.
I mean, we would have had a new refrigerator.
There would have been some pillaging going on.
We would have found a whole basement of salted meats. And then we would have, I guess we would have eaten some humans too, because that's probably what you did back then. If you killed a whole village of humans,
you got to eat a couple just for good measure. All right, enough of the cannibalism. We're going to talk a little NBA, and then of course get to a best ball draft.
Real quick before you talk about Underdog, you have seen the video where the journalist goes to talk with the cannibals.
No,
and the cannibals like gets angry at him at one point and says, "I will eat you." And the journalist like calls his his audio guy over. He's like, "I think we should leave. It doesn't feel safe anymore."
All right, let's just bring on Terrell. We'll talk Underdog, Ryan, before we start the draft. Joining us on the line from the NBA Gambling Podcast and the WNBA Gambling Podcast, which is back this week. If you're looking for more ways to get paid in hoops, subscribe to the WNBA Gambling Podcast. The villain himself, Mr. Terrell Furman, hot off his prediction that the Cavs would win outright on the money line. Congrats to you. I bet the Celtics. I had the Celtics. Love losing money betting on the Celtics. So to me, and love seeing our guys give out some nice dogs. So congrats to you, Terrell. But of course, Celtics did bounce back. They're playing again tomorrow.
They always do.
Yeah, because they're on the road and they're playing a dog shit team. Ish in the Cavs. Shout out to Brad Ward, who always follows up with any sort of Cavs.
Yeah, he gets upset when we talk bad about Cleveland.
All eyes on Cleveland.
It is great though. It is the one city I know I'll get fact checked.
Yeah, Celtics at Cavs right now. Celtics laying 8.5. What are we doing here, Terrell?
Come on, guys. There's only one way to go. There's only one way to go. That game 2 was the ultimate letdown spot of them just folding away games at home. Now this is the opportunity for the Cavs to actually just get up for a game. Like I don't think the Cavs have actually gotten up for a game on their own yet. Game 2 was just purely the Celtics blowing it and purely just saying, "Here, villain, take another win and look great for the people one more time. Look great for the people one more time," because we gave everybody every opportunity to say that we were going to handle business and we did it. Now it's the Cavs' turn to go out there and say, "Hey, we're actually here. We can win a game on our home floor of our own merit. And hopefully, if Jared Allen, it feels like he's almost there. They keep saying how
Well,
he's
come on,
game time decision.
we were
He's
saying that
working
in
out.
the
He's
Orlando
trying.
series.
Yeah,
I
he looked
want
like he's
Jared.
working.
I want Jared Allen to come back and ball out on these guys, but I mean, come on, Terrell.
When he
it
does,
it
it's
might
a
not
win.
be happening.
When he does, it's a guaranteed win. So I'm just gonna say he is. I'm gonna say he is. It's a guaranteed win, and because they're gonna dominate the boards that game. And the game they dominate the boards, the game that Jared Allen and Evan Mobley are both be able to give them very, very high points totals on the inside, in addition to what Donovan Mitchell has been doing this entire series. And then Darius Garland just a sprinkle on top. If he has a good game, then it's pretty much written that this team can keep it close. So I think Game 4 is a different story. I think the Cavs get up on their home floor and say, "Hey, we can handle business against this team. We've gotten a win on our home floor against them this year. We can do it again." And so, yeah. And plus, Dean Wade is back, and Dean Wade gave him 20 points in the fourth quarter of that win earlier this year. So I think it all points to the Cavs handling business in Game 2, knotting it up, going back to Boston.
No, I'm
wow.
not.
So you're calling for the Cavs outright once again.
Yes.
It's the greatest.
Yes. Why would you take the spread and not the money line? Take the money line.
I'll say this: I don't like laying 8.5 with the Celtics. If I had to choose, I would probably take it though. I think, and maybe this is a fun alt bet that we can agree on, Terrell here. But Celtics win the first half, Cavs win the full game. I think is alive because the Celtics are dominant in the first half. I'm gonna officially take Celtics -5 for the first half, but I'm with you. I wouldn't be surprised if the Cavs make this a game late. They just need to shoot a little bit better, which I don't think is impossible here in Game 4. Kramer, what are you doing?
No, last time Terrell came on these airwaves, and I disagreed with him. I
made
felt
you-
very stupid.
Yes.
So I'm going to take the Cavs to win the hour. I mean, we're going to take the money line. I was thinking that that Terrell was going to have this type of position when I asked him to come on the show.
Yeah, of course.
You know, there are potentially some alt lines also.
Oh, here we go.
If you're into that kind of stuff, what's the money line in the game, Sean, that you're seeing right now?
Let's see. I think it was plus 270 for the Cavs.
Oh, okay. So if you want to do Cavs -1.5, you can get plus 320 right now.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if you like Cavs,
let's go.
I mean, really, that is a nice jump in price.
It doesn't
just from money line to -1.5
in the NBA. Yeah, no, I'm not disagreeing with. If Terrell's on the show picking against Boston, I'm not going to pick Boston going forward.
No.
New policy.
I wonder what
the
the
first
Cavs.
half, but
What's the Cavs 1 to 10
wait. Oh, the Cavs win by 1 to 10
win margin? Yeah, if they keep it, if it's 1 to 10, they keep it close. And let's say the Cavs go win a close game, maybe it's some free throws at the end. Like, what is it if they don't blow them out this time and it's actually just the Cavs win a close game? Let's see.
I did pull up the price on Celtics win the first half, Cavs win the game at plus 750.
Oh man,
plus 380 for Cavs 1 to 10. Plus 380.
Plus 380 for Cavs 1 to 10.
Why wouldn't? Why that's way better than my bet.
What was yours? Plus 320.
Oh, I guess I lose the blowout potential, but
yeah.
Yeah.
What are the odds that they blow them out again? Like if they really, let me not say that.
I like Kramer's -1.5 a little better.
Let's stick.
Now that I think about it. All right, so we like the Cavs. I like the Celtics early, but I do think Cavs give them a game late. Also tomorrow we got the Thunder at the Mavs. I like OKC early in the series. Mavs obviously made it a series. Now they're up 2-1. Terrell, I mean, come on. Isn't this just written that this series will be 2-2? Yeah. Come on. I've been, as the league turns, we've seen this soap opera a number of times. I would be shocked if they let Dallas head back to Oklahoma City up 3-1. I just don't see it happening. And Oklahoma City, like, they're playing pretty well. Both losses have been close losses. It's not like Dallas is dominated. It's going to be a good series. I think it is going to go 7. They got to even it up here.
Yeah, they got to slow down PJ Washington, man. I don't know what he's been on.
No one covers him.
Like, and he's hitting his shots. But that was the critique of him in the not New Orleans, but in the Clippers series, is that hey man, you're getting a lot of corner looks, wide open 3 looks, and you're just missing them. And now he's gotten confident. He's rolling. He's found the touch, and it's like, oh, we just need him to revert back to what he was doing last series for a game. And I think they'll be okay because ultimately it's been Kyrie and Luka have kind of been in check. You haven't seen them go off and have the big 35 plus 40 plus games. Like you've seen them have very, very tough baskets, very, very tough scoring, and nothing has come easy for either one of them. It's just PJ Washington's kind of been the X factor in the 2 wins. So if they can slow him down, I think the Thunder really have a good chance of knocking this up at 2-2.
Well, and it's almost like the Thunder came in with the theory of, hey, if PJ Washington is gonna beat us, we're gonna let PJ Washington beat us.
But he's doing
PJ
it.
Washington had beat them, and
he's
now
like, I'm gonna do it.
Shit. All right, we got to adjust. I think they do, and I do.
Do you have to adjust?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. It's enough.
Well,
enough is enough.
He's hit so.
This is way too much.
I mean,
like, what is his splits the past 2 games?
Yeah, like they've just said, leave PJ Washington wide open, and eventually it's just kind of screwed him.
Last 2 games, he is played 40 minutes both games, 29 points and 27 points. He shot 7 for 11 from 3 and 5 for 12 from 3.
For frame of reference, his over under on 3 points made is usually at like 1 or 1.5. So like
1.5, maybe 2.5, but it's 1.5. That's insane.
Yeah. So if he's going to keep hitting 70, that's crazy. I mean, even the 5 for 12 is kind of bonkers considering
small sample size, Sean.
Yeah, but you got to go back. I'm going to go back and see if there's been a game where he shot 23 times this season. Like no, that was, there was a November 14th game where he shot 23 times.
A load management spot.
I think eventually the PJ Washington train runs out, but
they need to mark that. If it was load management related, you got to mark that on the game log. Like,
you have to know when to call.
B team got a lot of minutes tonight.
Yeah. Kramer. No, I'm just thinking of my own athletic career. How many like asterisks there would be for load management?
Getting in there, getting a couple extra.
I was
rotations.
did score we had a whole separate B team game, and I got a touchdown. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, I mean it's always good when you can play multiple games. Sometimes the quality is not as good, but the parents still like watching it.
Yeah, you got to get your minutes. Kramer, what are you doing here? Thunder. Mavs.
That used to be what the spring games were before they put them on TV. It was a good spot to get the JV guys
you're right.
some time. All right. So ever since I've become a Thunder fan, it's been a rocky road.
Yeah, you really put the kibosh on him, right?
I can't stop now. Terrell nailed it, right? This is gonna. Well, I guess isn't there also a chance that this is just the beginning? It's the beginning of the end.
Well, I think if you like the Mavs and if you think this is the beginning of the end, the angle is, this Thunder team they're just too young.
Yeah, they're too young,
inexperienced.
They didn't do their ladder climb yet. This is their first tier.
But I don't know. Like watching the games, I don't see that out of this Thunder team. They're a well coached team that I think is gonna make some adjustments. Yeah. I mean, they have the coach of the year.
You're right. They'll steal one here. We'll get double road game punch in the mouths. My OKC Thunder, level it. What are we doing? Just basic money line? Are we taking the points?
Yeah, I think either is good. But
all right, money line. Let's go.
There you go. On the money.
I mean, I think you can. What if you all here? I think you can all
you're
here
right.
and take a OKC.
What was the 1 to 10 on this one?
If you can do get the slider out, because I think
I got the slider out.
What's minus 3.5?
OKC minus 3.5.
Yeah.
Just click. All right, plus 135.
I thought it'd be a little higher.
Yeah, let's just go.
I'll just stick with the regular.
Yeah, money line.
Yeah, my dog is the Celtics win first half, Cavs win the game. Tuesday night, Pacers at the Knicks, all knotted up. Terrell, before we hopped on the show, you said just waiting for this Pacers Knicks series to start. Both teams successfully defending home court. Rick Carlisle getting in the head of the refs and the fans. Ooh, what are we doing here? I mean, the Knicks without OG are a different team. Brunson didn't get his 40 points. Looked a little rough shooting in general here for the Knicks.
They're banged up.
How say you, Terrell?
They are super banged up, and it's tough because now, you don't have as much offense. OG was giving you 28, 4 for 8 from 3 before he went down. And what he's able to do rebounding, he kind of, the defensive side of ball, he makes Precious Achua obsolete. And now Precious Achua is coming in. OG shooting 40% from 3, Achua's shooting 23, 24% from 3. So it's like it's not the same. He's not giving you as much offense. And you took away another option. And now Brunson is trying to compensate. You have DiVincenzo who's trying to compensate, and it just all fell apart for him this past game. I have to continue rolling and hopefully get this team back on track. Pacers are going to blow them out in Madison Square Garden.
Oh,
I
okay.
have to take Pacers 11 plus. I have an agenda here, and if I have to take an L for the Knicks to succeed, then I will do that. And Pacers 11 plus feels really good because they annihilated this team today.
Wait,
And
what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean 11 plus?
Minus 11.
Yeah.
Oh, you're taking.
So it'd be minus 10.5. Actually,
Yeah.
It would be minus 10.5.
Oh, okay. So you like a crazy alt number here on the.
Yeah,
on the
take them by double
okay.
digits. Take them by double digits to go win the game.
All right. Oof. Any? I mean, and I thought the Pacers played well in New York. I think the narrative here, as a Pacers backer as well, is that
the injuries.
The injuries have caught up to him. Everyone who has had Tibbs coach their team gets so mad at the way he manages minutes. He's been very stubborn and
I love it.
Grinds these guys to the ground, and now we're seeing it. Maybe seeing a little soft. I do worry a little bit about the Pacers defense on the road in Madison Square Garden, and clearly these Knicks guys get a jump from it. But yeah, I'm with you. Let's go Pacers. Kramer, what are you doing here?
Oh, they're gonna get a jump from it. Yeah, watch out, small market Pacers coming to the Big Apple. Got the big city stuff. Remember that movie City Slickers when the guy from the city had to go to the country and stick his hand up a cow's ass? Not this time.
New York City.
Whatever
those are the pace salsa
whatever the
commercials.
Opposite of that is.
Yes,
that's what's going to happen. Yeah, Terrell said the series hasn't started. The series is not starting on Tuesday. Knicks roll. There's going to be a ton of foul calls. People are going to be pissed off about it. I like the agenda, Terrell. I like what you're doing.
This has been the worst 2 games. The worst 2 games of my betting career. My bankroll has gotten bigger, and I have no idea why. It shouldn't be. So I'm ready to start losing bankroll again. Come on, let's go Pacers.
Last game of the slate, we got the Minnesota Timberwolves at the Denver Nuggets. Of course, everyone grabbed their shovels, started digging that grave for the Denver Nuggets. Not so fast. To be the champ, you got to beat the champ. Minnesota got a wake up call. It's now all 2-2 tied up. Huge momentum swing for this Denver Nuggets. And I think a lot of it starts with that first quarter. They figured out how to win the first quarter again. As simple as it sounds, they were dominant doing that in the regular season. Like the Nuggets once again in the first quarter. And I like him here again. I mean, Jamal Murray has his confidence back. Joker has his confidence back. It's on a Tuesday, so we don't have to worry about the Preakness looming up ahead. I think the Nuggets roll here. I think they figured something out in Minnesota. No home team has won a game yet. I think that changes Tuesday night. Terrell, what do you like?
Oh,
is Terrell frozen?
I don't know. He looks frozen. Maybe he's frozen. Well, I'm sure Josh will unfreeze Terrell. Here, let's.
All right. Hopefully we get Terrell back here. Kramer, what do you?
He was a very dismissive, frozen face from Terrell. Yes. I'm done with this.
Yeah, I'm out of here.
Can you truly be an elite team if you are unable to win a game at home? What's the opposite of the series hasn't started because no one's won on the road?
Yeah, I mean,
to me, this is completely demoralizing to Minnesota. If you're a Minnesota backer, you're sick. you probably bet more after they went up 2-0, thinking, "Wow, I'm a genius."
I mean, this is this is you're out at a nightclub, you're having a bunch of cocktails, you get that sweet spot where you're drunk enough, you're talking to like the hottest chick you've ever seen.
Feel good enough to fight Alvin Kamara.
Yeah, you're ready to fight Alvin Kamara. You're having this great time. The chick's like, "Yeah, let's go back to my place." You're like, "Oh my god, I am just the man. I went in, on the road, got it done. She's taking me home," and then you can't get it up for like 2 hours straight. There was like a break, and then like, "Oh hey, now you can go." Nothing, complete zero, and so now you're stuck figuring it out.
Sorry, some of the audience might have tuned out. They're like, "I can't relate to that."
This is yes,
I can't.
You're crying, you're disheveled, and now your confidence is completely ruined. There's no way you can get up for this game, game 5 here. I think that just psychologically, this Timberwolves team is cooked. I know you would think, oh, hey, they already beat them twice in Denver. Yeah, but then they lost twice in Minnesota. I think that was a massive wake up call for the sleeping dragon that was the Denver Nuggets.
And specifically the way that Joker was back to just doing whatever the fuck he wanted.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to defend me that way? Okay. It's almost like he got a little annoyed. It's like something annoyed him recently.
Yes.
Maybe he didn't win his Kentucky Derby bets. He had a couple of days of a hangover. No, it just seems like whatever was working, they adjusted.
They awoke the sleeping dragon. I mean,
does Minnesota have another adjustment in them?
Yeah, I don't know. Like I think a lot of it was they kind of saw what they were doing, picking up Jamal Murray up full court. Jamal Murray got back to having a good game, and really it was his efficiency, 8 of 17. I think that 3-day break was massive for the Denver Nuggets. I don't know if they did some team bonding or whatever, but that break between going from Denver to Minnesota, they really seemingly figured a bunch out. He had a good game, 19, 3 of 7. From the 3, and Joker's not even hitting his threes. He was 1 of 5. If he hits a couple of these threes, which he's certainly capable of, they're in trouble.
Sean, in hindsight, we won a lot of money in similar situations with LeBron in the past. We shouldn't have jumped ship with Joker. That was our bad. Good coaching, and just got confirmed. Terrell taken out by Spectrum. Big gambling at their old tricks.
Oh, maybe it was that laser tag family. They were talking so much smack on Ryan that they wanted to take him out.
I mean, I do think the dad was legitimately disappointed in his family's performance.
Oh, really?
Or in his party's performance.
All right, let's kick it over to the Best Ball Mania draft. Shout out to Michigan. Love the great state of Michigan, Ryan. Perfect place because you can now take part in Best Ball Mania 5. $15 million in prizes. That is a hell of a guarantee. And of course, the Pick'em underdog is available in California, Texas, even Canada. So shout out to Canada, Brian. We have a sound drop from maybe I can send. If I send it to you now, Ryan, can you play it?
Maybe, yeah. Okay. Send it over.
Because we did get a new entry to the Canada sound drop.
Really?
Yes. This is courtesy of Andy Tallman. He sent in the submission. We'll get that played in just a second. I'll slack it over to you, Ryan.
Yeah, I was gonna say by the time we're drafting, I'll definitely be able to play this thing.
Yes. And then again, UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code SGPN, get a special pick'em offer and up to $250 in bonus cash. Love me some Underdog Fantasy pick'em. And the Best Ball Mania. I mean, again, this is the best thing to get involved in between now and the end of the season. Now and the start of the season. It's just a great time. UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code SGPN.
Worth noting, we will be we're doing a futures episode on Monday, and I think we have to start closing out every futures episode with a little 2 or 3 leg NFL season underdog.
Oh, okay.
Gimmick. Now that
like that,
they've started with some like kind of more like gimmicky,
a pick'em combo, as you would say.
They've already started with some more gimmicky totals. They're opening stuff every day. I've already seen some spicy ones, Sean, for the season long. So if we're gonna play ones for that long, they're gonna be a little spicy. All right, let's head over to the draft. Which, by the way, I want to point this out as Josh brings it up here on the screen. But I am just on the Underdog homepage here.
Yes.
Well, the reason it's relevant is they're showing NFL contests. We are in the NBA playoffs, the NHL playoffs. But
saying NFL is king, Ryan?
NFL is king. We got the golden going on right now. Fast drafts only. I like that. None of that slow draft bullshit. We got a little 25 max Chihuahua going on right now. That's always fun. I'm actually going to use the filter. Puppy, big dog still going on. One of these weeks, Sean, we might need to do a big dog.
Yeah, big dog has a $500 entry. The Best Ball Mania is only $25 entry again. So if you get
7% filled,
if you get the if you qualify for the $250 in bonus cash, imagine 10 free shots at winning your share of 15 million in prizes. It's just a great way to enjoy the NFL in the off season at a leisurely pace. It's fun for us. We get to catch up, talk about all our player takes or team takes.
Yeah. And I actually, all right. So sorry, are we ready to go?
I'm ready to hit yes, Ryan.
All right. I'm going to click yes.
Say yes to the dress.
Oh no. 3 people left.
All right. Plenty of time. If you're watching,
Are you
youtube.com.
Oh, so three after you got it.
Yeah. youtube.com/sportsgambling podcast. Make sure smash. And friendly reminder, Ryan, if you want access to all the SGPN podcasts on the entire network in one convenient place, you can get that. Just type in SGPN wherever you get your podcasts and subscribe to the network feed.
Shout out to those people, because I'm always, whenever we meet someone in person, it's like, what are you listening to? It's like, well, I love that you guys put all the episodes out on one feed. I just think you are a savage. So, I mean, that feed is.
I had some jobs where if I had access to the SGPN feed and I could just listen to 8 hours of gambling content every day, Ryan, I would have loved it. Shout out to the chat, Bean, who is itching to get in the draft. He's on pick 10. Our buddy Andrew Robb, Ryan Golden is single entry, as he's pointing out. That is, I didn't know that. Nice. I got the 1-1, which is never really that fun. Honestly.
I might have to fire a golden.
Am I just taking Christian McCaffrey here at 1?
Yeah. Well, we kind of discussed this. I think you have to, because it's the only time you get him. And if you're doing more than one draft, you might as well have.
Well, because I'm going to have some drafts where I have Tyreek Hill, who's the only other person I would consider taking 1.
Yeah, but you can get Tyreek Hill. Like Tyreek Hill's going as late as 4 or 5, depending on what people like,
what their flavor is.
I do think I'm surprised that Hill is so consistently going before Chase and Jefferson.
Andrew Robb in the 4 spots. Let's see if I recognize any of these other names. Kramer. Oh, Kramer. We're on opposite ends. You're pick number 12.
No, bookends. I'm pulling up the draft. I can help you out with some names here. As you know, I do sometimes draft teams all night. And by the way, I was gonna plug the Patreon episodes, because we were talking Vegas earlier. I don't know that randomly that story that we told on the Vegas Tales episode about the party with Ferrari.
Oh yeah,
at the MGM back in the day.
That was
popped
very
in
fun.
my head. So yeah, it was a random plug.
And check it out. The story of CJ trying to collect his $200 from this random guy is amazing. I just tweeted out the clip, which is great, but still, like you gotta listen to the whole thing. It's awesome. I go Christian McCaffrey. Then we got Tyreek Hill, CeeDee Lamb, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Amon-Ra St. Brown, the Sun God himself, Breece Hall, Bijan Robinson. Pretty chalky here. AJ Brown. Dog. Any surprises in the first round here, Ryan?
No, and I feel like we've discussed this before. It's being on the back end isn't. I don't feel like it's the optimal location, because you end up with a weird team. And I'm certainly not gonna. So I'm shocked to see how high Marvin Harrison's going, but I'm gonna do the double tap again on a running back team. That I've done this a couple times. Sometimes Jahmyr Gibbs gets in there. I just don't like him as much. I can't take Jahmyr Gibbs in the first round when you still have David Montgomery, and I know it's not going to be Gibbs all the time. So I went Barkley Taylor, Sean. Went running back. Hate the wide receivers at this point. You going to take Marvin Harrison that high? Drake London, Brandon Ayuk, Chris Olave.
I don't know if you can take a rookie that high receiver. I guess the rookie receivers have had good runs, but I don't know. Still a little skeptical.
I don't hate. I mean, yeah, I understand not wanting to take running back, and ideally I'm taking one running back there, and I'm talking myself into a receiver.
Are you going to get a Eagles Saquon Barkley to support this best ball team, Ryan?
No,
Why?
Absolutely not. Now, will I stack it with Hurts potentially?
Oh, okay.
No receivers though.
No. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Chris Olave, Marvin Harrison Jr., Jahmyr Gibbs, all off the board.
I have done a couple teams in over on FFPC that went super thin with the running back, going high, like taking premium running backs and then ending up with only 4 or 5. Don't hate it.
Devontae Adams goes. Drake London goes.
And I realize this time of year it's very easy to love zero RB because you love all the rookies, and you're like, oh yeah, I got all these fucking guys at the end of the draft, and it's like, how many of those guys are going to have a role?
Yeah,
it's very easy to be optimistic.
Kyron Williams, Ryan, are we? You got to knock them a little bit because of their draft, right?
I would say that, and he goes to the Amon-Ra team, which that's a nice combo right there. Which, you know, I feel like you could. I feel like we did some drafts where I got that combo at the end of the first round. I think Kyron Williams is fine. I don't think Blake Corum takes stuff away from him.
Yeah, I would say Kyron Williams is good, but I don't think he's a first rounder anymore.
No.
Whereas, like, if they didn't draft a running back that high, you could have talked me into him at the end of the first round.
Yeah, maybe. I think he's very clearly one of the guys that can score. He scored a ton of touchdowns last year.
While we're talking running backs, Ryan, Devin Achan, who I love last year, but now he's going right here at the end of the second round. It's just they drafted a running back. They paid Mostert. The competition for Devin Achan, who I love as a player.
It feels crazy.
Ryan, do I draft Mike Evans just because I draft Mike Evans every year?
You like Mike Evans?
I do.
I do have this thing where I'm like, man, we were getting him so much later last year, and he's old, but he produces. You're basically having a similar debate with yourself around, do I want to take a gamble on some of this younger speed? DJ, like, to me, I've seen DJ Moore falling pretty late. I kind of like him as early as right now.
Yeah, I'm going Mike Evans, DJ Moore to pair with Christian McCaffrey. DJ Moore, I mean, he's a guy. What did he have last year at quarterback? Not much.
Oh, Justin Fields fans are out there. They're listening.
No, I think
including DJ Moore.
I think Justin Fields is interesting from fantasy, and certainly the idea that you could maybe save him, sure. But 96 catches, 1,364 receiving yards, 8 touchdowns. You imagine? I mean, yeah, they brought in Keenan Allen, but I think they're going to be throwing more. I don't think it's crazy to project. Caleb Williams maybe ends up being a little more efficient than Justin Fields. Maybe they end up throwing a little bit more. Maybe you don't have to worry about Justin Fields rushing touchdowns. Like DJ Moore has a pretty high ceiling.
I think. To see basically the ceiling for him is that one of the other two guys that they brought in doesn't work right away, or Keenan Allen gets hurt again. I do think if all three guys are healthy, third round is probably around the ceiling, but I feel like the floor is really high. Part of the reason I like DJ Moore is he's produced with bad quarterbacks. He's produced in tough situations.
Stephon Diggs, Devonta Smith, DK Metcalf, Sam Laporta. I'm not
see
really
the red shield of Andrew Robb getting a little Houston Texans. He's gonna have to reach on CJ Stroud now. When does he take CJ Stroud taking Collins and Diggs?
I'm not that interested in CJ Stroud in best ball just because where he's being selected, like with no rushing upside.
But you're not. But you're gonna have some Houston stacks, right?
Well, maybe
you can't avoid. It's a weird thing.
It's a good offense.
I completely agree that I hate where he's being drafted, but I also don't want to have 0 CJ Stroud teams.
Josh Allen goes in the end of the third round here. First quarterback off the board. I think he deserves the first quarterback drafted position. Michael Pittman goes. Cooper Kupp goes. Kramer, you're coming up with a back-to-back. Derrick Henry just goes. Are we in on Derrick Henry at all?
No.
Really?
No. And I'm shocked. This was not in the cards. Wasn't planning on doing
Wow,
this.
3 running backs in a row for Kramer: Saquon Barkley, Jonathan Taylor, and Josh Jacobs.
Yeah, let's
What do you mean no?
4 running backs.
Oh, you took Jalen Hurts.
Yeah. I told you.
See what you did there,
with
Ryan.
Barkley.
Okay. Well, you'll probably get a pretty good share of the Eagles rushing touchdowns with that combination. Not a bad plan, especially with a hopefully good offensive line.
And then
Lamar goes, Travis Etienne goes.
Who's the guy? Like I just stack him with the tight end because he's so cheap this year, right?
Who?
Hurts. Yeah. There's no
Dallas Goedert
versus like a wonky stack him with a wonky receiver.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is there a guy? Like who's the guy who's Sean's filthy late every Jalen Hurts team he plays? He's gonna have this receiver.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Devontae Parker, I don't think is that really that interesting.
No, he's a big. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, to me, it's
Johnny Wilson is the rookie that the
Florida State.
I think Texas A&M.
I could be wrong.
Oh, you're right. Florida State, 6'6", 238. He's the guy that like a lot of the deep draft guys are saying like had massive upside. So if you want to take a like your last selection on Johnny Wilson, that could be kind of fun. I could see him maybe having like 1 or 2 massive games. James Cook goes, Tank Dell goes, Zay Flowers, Travis Kelce, because the Eagles are not tied to Devontae Parker at all. So if him or Aeneas have any pulse,
yeah,
them knocking Devontae Parker out of the 3rd spot.
He's an old guy who lacks speed.
Johnny Wilson.
No, Devontae Parker.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The chat's talking about Blake Corum being a goal line back.
Well, that's Noah B, Michigan insider.
I wasn't going to put his name on it because it's such a bad take.
Kramer, can you play the Canada sound drop?
Hold on, I got sidetracked drafting. Let me pull it up.
And Andrew Robb does reach for CJ Stroud, gets him here at the end of the
disgusting.
4th round.
That's bad. Bad drafting. I mean, do you disagree? That good drafting.
CJ Stroud.
Where did you send this to me? What am I
in Slack?
My
you and producer Josh.
It's a movie.
Yeah.
Got it. Do we want to play the movie?
Oh yeah, play the movie. It's from
I'll
let me pull up the I'm on the clock, so give me 2 seconds here. Oh.
How long is the movie?
It's pretty quick. It's a couple seconds.
So I'm gonna upload it into all right, cool.
I'm gonna draft Keenan Allen.
Oh, look at you. You better remember I got snaked with Caleb Williams in their first draft. You gotta be careful with that.
Kind of want to get Patrick Mahomes, but I don't know. Now with Kelce off the board, with Rashee Rice.
Yeah, and you're building a Caleb Williams team. Oh, I see what you want to do. Old Caleb Williams, new.
Well, I'm going to do Anthony Richardson, Ryan. So I'm going to load up on some young guns here. Reached a little for Richardson.
I was going to stack him with Taylor. Why'd you do that? That's not cool.
Adonai Mitchell, Josh Downs, add to the queue. All right. Yes, Ryan, if you could please play
it's not in a good format. Hold on.
Okay.
Well, I nothing's easy right now.
Mari Cooper, George Kittle, T Higgins off the board. T Higgins in the 5th round by Andrew Robb over there, Ryan. I like that play.
It's not bad.
No.
T Higgins is interesting this year.
Yeah, he's always pretty interesting in my mind.
All right, I'm just going to play the audio.
Okay. Let me set this up. This is courtesy of listener Andy Tallman from Canada. Love to know where which Providence you claim, but this is he goes, here's a submission for a Canada sound drop. I think is on brand as a Canadian listener. Clip from the Canadian rapper Classified and his song "Oh Canada."
No, it's not playing.
Fuck. Man, I had a great talk up too.
I know. Well, I was actually going to come in and talk about it because you're going to get crushed again. It's Province, not Providence.
Province.
Our beaver.
Here we go.
Oh Canada, we love our beaver.
It's really fun as a short one.
Canada, we love our beaver.
on, I should be able to get it played somehow.
Province. Yes. Thank you, Andy. I think we have a winner here for the SGPN sound drop.
The Canadians get really upset when you say last time. Hopefully we don't get a 3-star review.
Ryan, what are you talking about? You claim.
I'm just saying. I don't want us to get in trouble because you're off there being willy-nilly with the great country of Canada.
Province. Exactly what I said.
That's great.
Territory. It's a regional dialect, Ryan. Let's catch people up with the draft. We got after T. Higgins, Patty Mahomes, Christian Kirk, Dalton Kincaid, Keon Coleman, Mark Andrews, Rashad White, Terry McLaurin. Kramer, am I crazy for taking Anthony Richardson above Patrick Mahomes?
Probably a little bit.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
But it's this is basketball.
Yeah.
I don't want floor. I want a ceiling. Damn it.
That's
Jaden
fine.
Reed goes.
Catching up with receivers now.
Wow, Ryan in the 6th round, huh?
What do you mean?
Oh, just pointing out you took Marquise Hollywood Brown.
Yeah, I'm really surprised to see the ADPs higher on Worthy. I mean,
Worthy's new. You got to love.
I know, but as much Hollywood Brown was also a 1st-round receiver, noted for speed, who has actually produced in the league. So yeah, I'll take him over Worthy. And I was really debating if I wanted to take one. Udunze was in the queue, and so I was trying to, I do like him, but it does seem like he's the volume. It's so hard to, like, how does he get enough volume to be useful?
Easy dub taking Ladd McConkey.
We've discussed Ladd McConkey.
I love him.
He strikes me as a guy who could get a ton of volume.
Yeah. I mean, I love him even more in full point PPR, but half point still like him.
There's also a ton of receivers on that team, a ton of tight ends, and it's Harbaugh. We don't know what kind of it's Greg Roman. So go back and look at any of these Ravens teams recently. How much of it were they slinging the rock? Yeah,
I think, and I forget who mentioned this, but the counter is those other Greg Roman teams had a better defense. So they were in situations where they was easier to run the ball. I think being behind a little bit more could be interesting.
Harbaugh's going to figure out a way to make the deal. I mean, that's part of why you run the ball. You play better defense when you run the ball more and control the clock. Yeah, I certainly, I don't know. Speaking of which, like, Herbert's also going comically late.
Really?
What? When does he?
No, I mean, I like him as your second quarterback. Dak Prescott, Rain Prescott goes in the 6th round. Wow, over a bunch of other quarterbacks I'd rather have.
Healthy quarterbacks.
Alvin Kamara off the board. You mentioned him, Ryan. All right, why not? Rome Odunze.
Oh well, you now get him in the queue now.
I don't know who you're talking about, Ryan.
We don't have to say names. Just get him in the.
Do I grab another running back here?
What's your running back situation looking like? Do you have any?
I just have Christian McCaffrey.
I don't think you need to reach here. This is kind of this is the reach zone to me. The only guy in this zone that I would be like, this is you're reaching, but it's not a reach, is Zamir White.
Yeah, I almost pulled the trigger. Instead, I went Calvin Ridley.
You're almost certainly gonna make a better decision taking receiver there. Aaron Jones on the board, but I understand that if you're not an Aaron Jones guy, a little harder to click the button. But he does seem motivated up there in Minnesota. The Minnesota stacks are very interesting because Justin Jefferson top of the board, but everyone else pretty cheap. You don't have to go Hawkinson if you don't want to.
I don't know if you saw this, Ryan. We were mentioning Harbaugh. Did you see the Harbaugh clip that everyone is playing that's gone viral?
No, what's
it's just a classic, like, Harbaugh attacking the day type video clip. I put it in the queue there. We can get it going. Jake Ferguson, Chris Godwin, Joe Burrow off the board. Andrew Robb taking Joe Burrow. Joey B. Brian Thomas Jr., Aaron Jones.
Paying a lot for those quarterbacks there. Yeah, Josh, if you could share this clip up, probably be easier.
Rashi Rice, I thought.
How do you draft him?
Earlier in the process, I liked it, but now with this other stuff hanging,
he's gonna miss half the year.
David Montgomery goes.
Oh, here we go.
If you can just, the audio is fine too. If you want to just play the audio. Ramondre Ryan, are we in on Ramondre in New England?
I'm a little worried. I would rather. This is good time to take him. Yeah, I'll get the audio.
I do like Zamir White. To your point,
he just went. Yeah.
Yep, just went. JSN off the board.
He was certainly an interesting idea.
Yeah, I don't know. The Seattle offense, I'm really skeptical of Geno this year. Deontay Johnson goes for the Carolina Panthers. How do you take him? I mean, is Adam Thielen still available? I mean,
I feel like that's a clip.
Am I a crazy guy over here?
That feels like a clip.
Adam hooked on a Thielen. Kramer goes Jordan Love in the 8th round. A man who's been super skeptical of Jordan Love takes a Christian Watson Jordan Love stack.
Oh no, it's Christian Watson, Jaden Reed, Josh Jacobs, Jordan Love stack. Yeah, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. All right, let's play this clip.
About 3:34 in the morning, woke up, staring straight at the ceiling, and said to myself, "It's not just another day; it's today." And maybe that's just another way of saying, attack this day with an enthusiasm unknown to mankind. But yeah, it was a great day.
When you see. If you ever watch,
he's just panting at a press conference. It's like your dog after it's chasing after tennis ball.
You gotta love it. If you're a fan of that team, you gotta love it.
Oh man, where was any fire in the Los Angeles Chargers I mean, the last time there was any sort of fire was like a Phillip Rivers press conference where he's saying "dadgummit" in a I mean, where he played that AFC Conference Championship with a blown out ACL. That was like the last time there was some fire in this Chargers organization.
If you've ever seen John and Jim talk about their dad, just hearing them,
who's got it better than us, Ryan?
But what they just said there, attacking the day with the enthusiasm unknown to mankind, like that was the thing their dad preached.
Yes,
that was the thing. Like they would do, like they told a great story about like the car was broken down and didn't work that day, so it's like, hey boys, we're walking to school today. I mean, you almost feel bad for the young men. You're on the clock, Sean. A little bit of a running, and oh shit, I don't have enough running back run.
Yeah, Jonathan Brooks, James Conner, Tony Pollard, Raheem Mostert. Yes, I did get Caleb Williams, and then let's see. Do I need? I'll go. I mentioned it.
You never need anything. Remember that.
It's also true. I'm gonna reach here a hair. Just because I don't want to miss out on a Donnie Mitchell with my Anthony Richardson.
That's a huge reach.
Is it?
I think so.
Well, his ADP is 114.
I'm
not going to be
pretty sure he's coming back to you. Pretty sure he would have made it back to you.
Really?
I think so. Sometimes you got to read the room. That's all right. Not everyone
I don't
has
pick until 120.
Not everyone has the testicular fortitude. I understand.
Well, I like my team so far. Young guns: Anthony Richardson, Caleb Williams, Christian McCaffrey, crafty vet, and then we got some seasoned receivers: Mike Evans, DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, Rome Odunze, Calvin Ridley, Donnie Mitchell.
Really, a piece of meat?
Yeah. Oh, your Vikings analogy, Ryan, had me thinking of like some.
It was a
seasoned
good analogy. Meat. Thanks. Have you any more time to think about Brock Bowers, your big tight end guy? Will you be drafting Brock Bowers on teams where you don't have Gardner Minshew?
I don't know. Such a weird scenario, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Brock Purdy goes. Tua goes. Zach Moss, Cortland Sutton, Tyler Lockett, Curtis Samuel. Where are you at with Curtis Samuel, Ryan? I feel like I don't know your Curtis Samuel take.
I'd rather have just about everyone else on the team.
Wow.
No, I mean, I guess if I'm stacking Josh Allen, I'm trying to do it with Keon Coleman and one other guy.
Yeah, I guess
or Dalton Kincaid.
I guess if you're saying at ADP, then I see that.
Like I would love to have Kincaid and or Coleman plus one of the later guys. Samuel, Shakir. I mean, I guess we're running back Dawson Knox potentially.
Ryan, perfect time to remind people we will give out an Underdog T-shirt for the person. Oh, they already drafted. Should we still give it out? Sure. We'll do this moving forward, but we're going to be giving out an Underdog T-shirt for whoever drafts the thumbnail player. Congrats to.
That was funny.
To Nikki Sager. If you're listening to the podcast, email us podcast@sportsgamblingpodcast.com. We will hook you up with an Underdog T-shirt. Kramer takes Dallas Goedert. Congrats, Kramer and Romeo Dubs.
Taking a lot of Green Bay offense on this.
Jalen Daniels goes in the 10th round. Deal or not, Ryan?
Yeah. Yep. He's going to be the guy that goes. I mean, when was Anthony Richardson going last year? Like ninth round, probably about the same time. 8th, 9th round.
Yeah.
People were to me, Jaden Daniels. Great. If I don't love it as your number one. Is this his? Let's see. Okay, so he's got Lamar. This is a great number 2.
Yeah. I mean, he certainly has. You understand the case for his.
And you pull up the quarterbacks around him. It's like, okay, we're at that point. Trevor Lawrence, like guys who probably are much better quarterbacks than him, but he's going to run around a bit. He's going to, Jaden Daniels, boy, I can't wait to see who the Commanders play week 1, because the idea that the Commanders come out and put up like a 50 spot on someone and then just suck the rest of the year. I've been thinking more and more that would be just electric.
They have a weird ceiling floor ratio going.
I'm thinking like, remember that game where Lamar came out and it was like 50 points against the Dolphins?
Yeah,
something like that. I understand that he went on to have an MVP season that year. I don't think Jaden Daniels has MVP season, but
Austin Eckler goes. He was in my queue.
It's one of those weird things. Jaden Daniels stays healthy for the whole season. I have a feeling he's going to have a good year. Like I think he's going to miss. The reason he's not going to win awards is he's going to get hurt.
Trey Benson, I still think is interesting considering what, Cincinnati moved on from Joe Mixon. And then they brought in Zach Moss.
Yeah, Zach Moss is nice.
I like the upside case of Chase Brown though.
Yeah, I like both of them. They're both very cheap.
Yeah.
But
and on good offenses too.
And
Chase Brown has that, electric play possibility.
Yeah, and you're betting on offenses, and that's why you like Zach Moss, because he's going to be the goal line guy.
Gus Edwards goes, who I kind of like just because they're going to run the ball, and he's seemingly number 1 by a wide margin there. I'm going to go Chase Brown.
Of course you are.
And then a guy I don't think I have a ton of shares of, but I like the case the more I think about it. Tajay Spears, Ryan, for the Tennessee Titans.
Really shocked what you just didn't do. Maybe you'll survive. We'll see.
I won't. You think I was going to get Cole Kmet?
No, I'll be nice and not bring it up because it is potentially some plus EV correlation. And I don't want that just to leak out there to the masses, but
all right. Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate that. My case for Tajay Spears is I don't know if Tony Pollard is amazing. I know they signed him in, but he didn't look that great.
Bringing him home back to Tennessee where he played college at Memphis. Was a receiver at college.
I just think there's a definite upside to Tajay Spears.
Both things can be true.
Yeah, I don't know. And
he looked like he had pop.
Who? Tajay?
Spears.
Yeah, I don't know how much pop our buddy
he was
Tony Pollard has.
Poppy.
Zeke, Blake Corum off the board.
Adam Thielen is still on the board, Sean.
Oh,
it's amazing.
He's 166 ADP compared to Deontay Johnson.
I won't bring it up.
What are we talking about with Deontay Johnson? That's crazy.
I will not bring it up.
Devin Singletary, your boy, Ryan, starting running back in the 11th round.
He was in the queue. Couple running backs in the queue right now. It's that type of
Over under percentage of lineups or teams that have Daniel Jones. I'll set the number. Yes. I'll set the number at 10%.
It's going to be higher than that.
Okay. What about Drew Lock? More Drew Lock shares or Daniel Jones?
He's
shares?
Available at the end of the year. It's just all right. Pause real quick because Zach.
Nikki Sager is in the chat. Well, hopefully you email us, Nikki. We'll hook you up with a Underdog T-shirt.
I thought for sure you were going to take Josh Downs.
I considered it. He was in my queue. Again, I was told I should wait on guys I like, but
what do you mean? You reached like a madman for a Donnie Mitchell.
Yeah, he's new and
you
he's
love
fun.
Josh Downs.
I do have a lot of shares of Josh Downs already. Kyle Granson though could be in the queue run.
Oh wow. Gotta look. See this right here. Justin Herbert, Matthew Stafford, 11th and 12th round. It's not bad.
No, especially Matt Stafford. They're gonna throw a shit ton.
All right.
Trey Sermon's still in the league.
Really? What team's he on now?
Colts.
That's fun.
Not really.
But yeah, 10%. Dan Jones, attainable.
Is that a real number?
It's attainable.
That was a great line.
Yeah, shout out to Herzig. I think he did well last year. I think he's the only person to have made the Best Ball Mania finals every year.
Oh, really? That's kind of cool.
Could be wrong there. Maybe he's made it 3 out of 4 years. Still something ridiculous. The odds are long to achieve that.
Yeah. Show some consistency in the process.
Will you be doing some tight end correlation?
I could. Yeah, why not? I mean, I already have Caleb Williams and 3 receivers. Do I need a 4th pass?
No, people. I've been poking around to see what the nerds are up to. They're over correlating, dude. Like horizontal, like they're not within teams. That never will they overstack now. 2 receivers max. So I think you can be different by overstacking.
Oh, okay.
This time of year, yeah.
This time it's a seasonal thing. Xavier Legette goes. Want no part of him. Dontavian Wicks goes. Yeah,
we don't know the schedule yet. I definitely think there could be some edge in just correlating actual teams, not matchups you don't know exist yet.
Cole Kmet. Hey, next best ball draft we'll be doing, Ryan. We will know.
Yeah.
The NFL schedule.
Yeah, you want to? Well, yeah, we're gonna do an episode too Wednesday.
Schedule release show.
Maybe we could possibly be canceling the UFL show. So if you want to hear the UFL show this week with Colby on the show and me and Sean, let us know.
My record was 1-1-2. It had 2 fucking pushes in a 4-team league.
It's really
so annoying. I'd much rather lose those.
How do you tell your audience about that? It's not right. Yeah. So if you want to hear about the UFL this week, let us know because we might cancel. We got a loaded week, Sean. We're doing MVP tomorrow. We're doing we're doing PGA Championship. We got golf.
Yes.
Tuesday.
Golf, Preakness, schedule.
We
release.
got schedule release Wednesday, and maybe UFL if you guys want to hear about it. Maybe we'll do a bonus episode during the.
But make sure you use the hashtag UFL Jeff Sucks.
Yeah,
when
let us know
the UFL picks.
Exactly. And then Thursday we got Preakness, midday Preakness with Chase and Malcolm.
Love it.
It's loaded week, and then VSiN on Friday.
Got Kendre Miller and Cole Kmet, Ryan. So now I have a mega stack on the Bears.
Are you mega stacking the Colts also?
I don't think so. I got a couple more Colts, but probably later on. I only got 4 running backs. What do you think the least I can have, considering I have Christian McCaffrey?
4 is probably the least you want. I have 4 right now. I have Barkley, Taylor, Jacobs, and Charbonnet right now, and I'm even still. In my mind, I'm thinking I need probably a 5th. Like I'll take some sort of pass catching type, maybe. I don't
Daniel
know.
Jones goes to Nikki Sager, who also Javonte Williams, Daniel Jones in the 13th round.
This guy is slippery. Got to keep an eye on him.
What who we got to figure out what other quarterbacks he got drafted ahead of. Aaron Rodgers, Baker Mayfield, Deshaun Watson, Geno Smith, JJ McCarthy, Will Levis, Justin Fields, Drake May. All
right. I'm gonna reach on a rookie because I keep watching clips of him get open in rookie camp, and
but Aaron Rodgers hates rookies, Ryan. What are you doing?
Well, we'll see because he gets open, and then I'll do some more correlating. Luke Musgrave, welcome to the team. One of my favorite Oregon State Beavers of all time. It is interesting to see as J.K. Dobbins goes to see this entire Greg Roman calling up the friends and family. They have so many running backs. I've seen the dynasty crowd has pushed the Dow stock all the way up to ADP 160. He's in the running back room. J.K. Dobbins is in the running back room. Gus Edwards is in the running back room.
Building a good team, Ryan.
I think Isaiah Spiller might still be on the team. I don't know where's Josh Kelly. Maybe he's gone.
Ryan, Team Drake or Team Kendrick?
Boy, it does seem like
so this is on your radar.
It's very much on my radar.
Oh wow, okay. Because what? Your daughters?
No. One.
No.
I was listening to another show talk about it, so it got put on my radar that way. I did. So apparently they're exchanging words via freestyles or something like that, or diss tracks or whatever they call it. But how does anyone isn't rooting for Drake like basically telling the world you're a soft ass bitch? Isn't Drake like the Dallas Cowboys here? Why would I side with the Cowboys? Isn't Kendrick Lamar more reputable?
I would say Kendrick Lamar is more street cred.
Yeah,
but again,
that's what we got. We got street cred. We're not Drake. Isn't Drake big gambling? Isn't Drake trying to hawk some?
I mean, Kendrick Lamar. I don't know.
He's got all the big hits. He's known as a mush, Sean. Why would I be on this man's side? He's known as a loser. Anyway,
but he does love gambling, so he does have that going.
No, he likes losing. It's all promotional. He's not
playing with his real chips.
I doubt it. He doesn't strike me as a real degen.
I took Jaleel McLaughlin and Isaiah Likely.
I love this. We're just going with Sean's guys. It's a Sean's guys end of the draft.
Come on. I like who Sean Payton likes because those are the guys that are going to get targets. They're going to get looks.
I ain't got time for this shit. Just taking my guys. What do we do here? Are you taking a third quarterback?
No. I don't know. I mean, what's the point of a third quarterback?
I know, but I
third tight end definitely.
Feel like so often I looked at my teams and that's what I was missing.
A third quarterback?
Yeah. Could have been due to my high Dan Jones ownership, but also might have been completely unrelated.
But I feel like those teams where you need a third quarterback, you're fucked anyway.
Possibly. That's also a fair take.
I don't know. Let me look at the winning team from last year.
Hey, you go look at that team. All right. So, oh boy, I put, you know what? I want to draft this guy on every team. Tyrone Tracy, welcome aboard. College receiver, now on the Giants as a running back. He can be my fifth running back. 2 quarterbacks, 5 running backs, 6. So I need to continue to stack receivers. I think. You know what I saw? Rashad Bateman got a little extension.
Oh, he was
first round talent. He's kind of been a knucklehead. Maybe this is his redemption year. I don't know. So at some point they need to, something needs to happen for them at the receiver position. Zay Flowers was a nice pickup, but Nelson Aguilar can't be a useful target for them deep into the year.
No.
Maybe they just start running Andrews and Likely. Just have Likely run receiver shit. I mean, they're so dynamic. The tight ends they have are so dynamic. They really need to figure that out. They need to evolve the offense. A little worried Baltimore could take a step back with the defensive coordinator leaving.
Yeah.
he did seem to be a plus EV guy. I mean, Harbaugh's a good coach. I'm sure he'll bring in someone useful. But how are we feeling about this? This is a nice pace draft. I'd say folks are not wasting the clock. They're not taking their sweet time.
No,
appreciate that.
Firing fast and loose.
I got some digital pony business to get to, so I appreciate the pace. It's very nice of everyone. Any interest in Rondell Moore? He was traded he was acquired by the Falcons, a team who clearly has an idea of the direction they're going, and a specific plan outlined to get there. They trade for
Rondell Moore like a short ADP guy.
Short. What do you
like
mean?
He doesn't have a lot of his catches are close.
Oh yeah. He's a gadget guy.
Is it? But that's like right up Kirk's wheelhouse. Kirk's the guy who likes to throw it short of the sticks.
Yeah, but where does he play? What? All right, so you have Drake London, you have Kyle Pitts, you have Bijan Robinson, you have Tyler Algier worked in there.
Yeah, I mean it's tough to tell anything of this Atlanta offense because
the new regime traded for Rondell Moore, so the new regime is going to run some sort of McVay bullshit. Is Rondell Moore the guy that gets all these like cheesy DeMarcus Robinson?
Oh yeah, that's kind of what I was getting to.
Yeah.
All right. Closing out with a couple Indy Colts guys. Give me Alec Pierce, Kyle Granson.
Did you go only 2 tight ends?
3.
Okay.
I got Cole Kmet, Isaiah Likely, Kyle Granson. Alec Pierce, Adonai Mitchell, Calvin Ridley, Roma Dunze, Keenan Allen, DJ Moore, Mike Evans, Jaleel McLaughlin, Kendre Miller, Tajay Spears, Chase Brown, Christian McCaffrey, Caleb Williams, Anthony Richardson. Yeah, I feel like I wish I would have had.
What would you change?
A little more receivers, but I don't know. Also, it's just like I'm all in on this Bears team. So if this Bears offense is good, I'm going to have an amazing team.
Yeah. I wonder if the Bears are an interesting team because it does seem like the ADP of some of their guys is lower than it should be, but other guys are high. Like I feel like Caleb Williams ADP is only going to get, he's only going to get more expensive as the summer goes on. Right?
Yeah.
I think people are going to start seeing highlights. Maybe that's what's holding us back right now. We are.
Where does Kadarius Toney end up, Ryan?
He's not on a roster. Why would he be on a roster? Why are you assuming he got his chance? Who's signing Kadarius Toney? You think I'm kidding? This isn't a hot take.
No,
is he on a team?
Doesn't feel like he's going to be on the Chiefs.
Yeah,
does not feel like. Did he didn't play at all in the Super Bowl, right? Pretty sure he was a healthy scratch.
I feel like he got his chance. I feel like he got his chance and he fucked it up. I don't know where is the second rehab stint? I'm just saying, where is he getting it? Who's giving him the shot?
I think someone might.
Who?
It's a good question. Normally it would be Andy Reid. If Andy Reid's already given up on you, it's bad times. Someone will. Couldn't you see him in Miami, Ryan? Seems like a good town for Kadarius Toney.
Hey, access to blow. I do think it's probably wise to have a third tight end.
Yeah.
What take on Mike? Why is Mike Gesicki? You don't think he's going to get used by this Bengals team?
No, I feel like I drafted him much higher in my Burrow stack just to make sure I got him. But yeah.
This is now. I feel like I just want to draft a receiver who's way off the board. Let's go way off the reservation. I think he got brought in by Sean Payton for a reason. I've been reading a little bit about him. Our guy Josh Reynolds.
Yeah, don't mind that at all.
He blocks. He does all the stuff that Payton's going to want someone to do, and we've seen this before in the past. He gets you on the field a lot. So yeah, fun late pick. That again, the thing that the nerds are doing that I like is drafting unique people early in drafts. Guys that aren't getting drafted now, so the ownership will be lower. Things I don't like the nerds doing is they're totally being restrictive on stacks, not having fun mega stacks. That's dumb. They're over correlating. Also, I think trying to get teams from the same division and such before you know the schedule. Overthinking it.
Ryan, what do I do with my last pick overall?
What do you? What? Give me your team so far. How many? What's your breakdown? I'm 2-5-8-3. I did it perfectly.
2, 5, 7, 3.
So probably want a receiver. This is where I'd say scroll down and just draft a receiver. Find someone that's maybe not going to get drafted by a ton of people right here. Maybe this is where you take your Johnny Wilson. Maybe this is where you take a Bo Melton. Maybe this is where you keep scrolling down and you realize Sky Moore still on the Chiefs rookie deal. Maybe he gets some work.
Right now, Johnny Wilson, A.T. Perry, Ryan, are in my queue.
Okay.
A.T. Perry had 4 touchdowns.
I'm continuing this. Jake Bobo is available.
I'll go Johnny Wilson. Massive upside. All right, so officially my team, Ryan.
I'll go first. Jalen Hurts, Jordan Love.
Okay.
Saquon Barkley, Jonathan Taylor, Josh Jacobs, Zach Charbonnet, Tyrone Tracy Jr., Jaden Reed, Hollywood Brown, Christian Watson, Romeo Dobbs. For top 3 of the top 4 receivers being on the Packers that's tough for my opinion of the Packers this year, because I don't think they're going to be that good. Josh Downs, Malachi Corley, Rashad Bateman, Josh Reynolds. Probably going to need some help in the receiver room. Hopefully I get a rotating cast of Green Bay Packers. That's the benefit when you take them all. One of them's got to pop their head up every week. Dallas Goedert, Luke Musgrave, and Mike Gesicki. And I won't need too many flex spots from the receiver because I got such studs at the running back position.
Anthony Richardson, Caleb Williams, Christian McCaffrey, Chase Brown, Tajay Spears, Kendrick Miller, Jaleel McLaughlin. Receivers: Mike Evans, DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, Roma Dunze, Calvin Ridley, Adonai Mitchell, Alec Pierce, Johnny Wilson, Cole Kmet, Isaiah Likely, Kyle Granson. Round it out for me. Hey, we got an awesome week of shows. Laid them out for you. We're talking horses, talking, I guess maybe a little UFL, PGA Championship, all that and much more.
No, UFL's canceled.
Okay, UFL's canceled unless they tweet at us.
Yeah.
UFL sucks in the hashtag, Ryan. And yeah, of course. Hey, subscribe to the SGPN network feed and turn on the automatic downloads on your Apple Podcast so you never miss an episode of great SGPN content. Got a WNBA's back, MLB, NBA, NHL Gambling Podcast. Colby's about to start his college football team previews.
Don't even get me started.
Thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, stacking the money green. He's Ryan.
And you might catch a Noah Beanick, Kendrick Lamar versus Drake breakdown in the chat.
Kramer, let it ride.